Making a video, sweetie. Sit. Man, that could have been so much worse, girl. Sit down. Hello. So I'm looking at over 300,000 brown women fired in 3 months this year, right? 2025. I'm listening to a lot of people. I'm looking at Lovely T. And she made a video about this. And I'm looking at a lot of the commentary that she's showing that other brown women made, like I guess on TikTok and YouTube. Out of all the videos that I've heard so far, and I'm 27 minutes into listening to all of these different brown women making videos, not one time do I hear them saying we should come together. Not one time. Asian women will stick together. White women stick together. The Asian community stick together. I'm talking about women specifically. I'm not talking about the men. I had a dream. I want to say last year I had a dream. I was in a different dimension though, because the women, their faces, like the bone structure in their face and their nose and their mouth, everything looked different. I had a dream that a lot of women in that dimension were losing their jobs, and doctors. They were doctors and all kinds of professional. They had professional jobs in a different dimension. A different dimension. Not like the one that I'm in right now. I was in a different dimension, but it was still brown women, and they had different facial structure, mouth, nose, and they all looked alike. Their facial structures all looked the same. I stood out. I didn't look like them because I didn't come from that area. But they were all losing their jobs. Okay. In this simulation, I'm going to say this simulation altogether because this was in a different dimension. In this simulation altogether, it seems to just to be an attack on brown women in this simulation altogether. Brown women need to take their power back that they've given to everybody else. I've said before, a lot of people would criticize and judge brown women for being nurses and stuff. And I said, why is everybody laughing at brown women for being nurses? Because there's so many brown women that are nurses. But I said, what brown women should have done is come together and start boarding cares. I see a lot of Filipinos living in Los Angeles and living where I am now. I'm still in California. I see all these boarding cares where they buy these houses and they house all of these residents, these patients in it. They have like 6-bedroom, 7-bedroom houses that these Filipinos buy. And they get these residents, and mostly people who are on Medicare, and they house these residents in these houses, and they buy these boarding cares. And I wonder, why couldn't the brown women come together and do that? And I know the brown women who were laid off, it's going to be hard for them to do that now. But I'm talking about brown women in general just need to come together. But I bet you that won't happen. After all of this, I bet you that won't happen. And, I hear people saying, why are they working for other people and depending on other people? Because the brown women have nothing in the brown community. They can't, unless they have something for themselves. Have a seat. Sit. Unless they have something for themselves, they don't have a choice but to work for somebody else they don't have a choice. Brown people don't have a community. They don't have anything. Okay. But I'll say this to say, I say this to say that brown women need to just start thinking about themselves right now. My dog is barking. I need to get him to stop all this barking. Hold on a second. Okay. Hush. Sit. Okay. But anyway, um, yeah, it's sad to see, but I think brown women need to take their energy back. They need to take their power back. They don't understand that they have been the lifeline of this entire society. They don't get them giving away their energy so much have literally been other people's lifeline, and they need to come together, take their energy back, and come together. Um, there is so much internalized hate that's within the collective of brown women. I don't know if that's going to happen. Brown women have a ways to go. But you lay off a bunch of Asian women. They first of all, they already have their own communities, and it's hard if you lay off Asians. Let me tell you something, especially Filipinos. They all have their own companies. Like you can't really lay them off because they gonna lay off each other? What's gonna happen? That's what I'm talking about. So I feel like all of the energy that brown women have put collectively, all of the energy they have put into other people, they need to take back and put right into each other. Because really, they're gonna have to come together. I mean, I don't understand it. It's just really no other way, and not give your energy to people who are not there for you. Okay, not give a bunch of energy to people who are not there for you, that wouldn't pee on you if you were on fire. You have no more energy to give to that group of people either. Okay, now you have to think about yourself. Not this is it. You have to think about yourself. You see right now that nobody really cares about you. I don't see brown women. I haven't heard one video of a brown woman say, "Hey, let's come together. We got to come together like all these other women do." If you have a whole bunch of white women to get laid off right now, I guarantee you, they gonna come together and figure something out. No, these brown women that got laid off, guess what? They have to still be by themselves and figure it out by themselves. Because brown women, for some reason, the internalized hate is so strong, they're not going to come together like any other group of women would come together. And it's hard to be by yourself. That's why I don't want to be in this realm of existence anymore, because it's hard to just do everything. It's hard to just really be by yourself. It's not about being a victim. It's hard not to have support in this kind of world. And to be honest with you, in higher dimensions and not even dimensions, in higher worlds that I've come from, there was more support. It's hard to be in this particular type of existence and not have support. A lot of brown women don't have support like that. They're not even talking about supporting each other. They say, you have to come up with your own business. You have to do this and this and this. No, you need to come together. You need to come together. Asian women work as a unit. And Asian women and men work together as a unit, okay? But brown women just going to have to come together, okay? They're going to have to work together as a unit because ain't nobody else going to help them out. And the brown women don't want to figure that out. For some reason, they don't ever want to figure that out. Then it's not going to be any good anymore. It's just going to be a done deal. Because if you don't like each other, then nobody else is going to like you either. Okay? But I just felt like talking about that really quickly. And I will talk later. Okay.